Now I've been in New York.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we'll have to watch the guys up front. The Packers are top 10 in total sacks, and they'll be up against the Saints offensive line that wants to shut that down. So for the call of this Week 13 matchup, let's bring in our commentary team with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. The play clock's running down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority. And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
10 yards to go on third. On third down, Wilson. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action.
And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Give them 11 on the gain there, and that leads to a New Orleans first down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll give it to him right up the gut. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Line, Booker team. 58 to Mike. 58. Booker team. 14, 14. 31. 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Wilson on the keeper. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll go to the ground attack here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Shift together here from the D-line. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And they'll go on the ground. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
That's the way to hit.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second.
Hey. 4 down. Switch.
And on the ground they go with a running back. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On now is the Packers punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game.
It's caught at the 10. They get 39 yards out of that one. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So a big carry there, maybe trying to atone for that fumble he had earlier in this one.
Yeah, I know every coach always tells you, shake it off, let it go. You know it's in your head. You want to make up for it, and he did exactly that on that play.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. One receiver left, two to the right. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 11. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Looking to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Now the Packers get set to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. Surveying the field. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll let the power game take over with Crouch. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Check three. Here we go. Check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's 17-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now this time he'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal. And now a first down following that long gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come up in an offset eye. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll run it here. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Shreds the tackle, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New Orleans, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.